Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from 1980 with the P mint mark. This isn't just any quarter. This coin has the power to turn ordinary change into extraordinary treasure for collectors and lucky finders alike. So stay tuned and listen carefully, coin lovers, because this video could change how you look at your spare change forever. The 1980 Washington quarter minted in Philadelphia may look common at first glance, but what makes this coin truly special are the rare minting errors and specific varieties that elevate it from just 25 cents to a prize worth chasing. Collectors all over the United States are on the hunt for high-grade specimens with flawless surfaces, sharp details, and, of course, those stunning mistakes that slipped through quality control unnoticed. These errors are like hidden codes from the mint, revealing secrets that only the most passionate coin enthusiasts recognize and value. One of the most captivating features that sets this 1980p quarter apart is the presence of double die obverse errors. These occur when the coin is struck with a die that has misaligned impressions, creating a shadowed or duplicated look on elements like the word Liberty or the date 1980. Spotting this error requires a close look, sometimes even with a magnifier, but once identified, it could mean you've found a coin that's worth a serious amount of money. Coins with this doubling effect are considered extremely desirable, especially in mint state condition with original luster intact. Another rare error to look out for is the off-center strike, where the design appears noticeably shifted to one side. This mistake gives the coin a dramatically unique appearance, and collectors love these quirks because each off-center strike is one of a kind. The more off-center the strike without losing any major design details, the more valuable the coin becomes. And don't forget about clipped planchet errors, where part of the coin is missing due to a mishap during the blank cutting process. These odd shapes fetch a premium on the market. Coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC as MS66 or higher with any of these errors have been known to spark serious bidding wars at auctions. Collectors crave perfection, but they also chase rarity, and the 1980p quarter offers both when the right error is present. In fact, recent auctions have revealed how much demand there is for these coins. One example with a rare error and high grade caught headlines after it sold for an astonishing $45,000. So before you spend that next quarter, take a moment to examine it closely. You might just be holding a treasure in your hand. If you've come across a 1980 Washington quarter with sharp details or possible errors, don't hesitate to have it graded professionally. The right coin in the right condition with the right flaw could change your collection and your wallet forever. Second rare coin. We're diving into one of the most intriguing and surprisingly valuable coins from the modern era, the United States Washington quarter dollar from the year 1995, minted in Philadelphia with the P mint mark. This common-looking quarter may just be sitting in your pocket change, but if you know what to look for, it could be worth a small fortune. So, coin collectors and curious viewers, keep watching till the end, because this coin hides secrets that can turn just 25 cents into tens of thousands of dollars. The 1995p Washington quarter might seem ordinary at first glance. It features George Washington's iconic profile on the obverse, with United States of America and Liberty inscribed boldly, and the eagle clutching arrows on the reverse. But what sets this year apart is the number of rare error coins and high-grade specimens that have been discovered in circulation. These are the kinds of finds that make collectors' hearts race and auction houses light up with excitement. One of the standout rarities in the 1995p quarter is the presence of double die obverse errors, where the inscriptions or parts of Washington's profile appear slightly doubled, especially around the word Liberty or In God We Trust. This doubling is the result of a misalignment during the minting process and can increase the coin's value dramatically, especially if the doubling is prominent and well-centered. Collectors go wild for these errors, especially when the coin is in near uncirculated or mint state condition. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't struck in the center of the planchet. resulting in a quarter that looks slightly skewed or has missing design features on one side. These off-center errors are incredibly desirable when they occur at a significant percentage and still show the date clearly, which allows them to be authenticated and highly valued by collectors and grading services. There's also a variety of planchet and die cracks that can be found in 1995p quarters. These subtle imperfections can often go unnoticed by the average eye but are highly prized by error coin enthusiasts. Coins with visible die breaks, cuts, or struck-through grease marks are extremely collectible and are often sold at premium prices depending on their severity and visual appeal. These aren't mistakes. They're the very things that make these coins rare treasures. What makes this quarter especially exciting for modern coin collectors is its availability and circulation. Yes, you might find one in your change, but the key is condition. Coins graded MS67 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC have proven to fetch incredible prices at auctions. Recently, a pristine example of a 1995p Washington quarter with exceptional luster and strike qualities sold for a jaw-dropping amount, setting off a wave of renewed interest in this specific coin. When a coin combines rarity with condition and visible errors, it becomes a collector's dream. So, if you have a collection or you've been saving quarters from the 1990s, it's time to take a close look at those 1995p coins. Use a magnifying glass and check for doubling, off-center designs, or unusual textures and marks. And if your coin appears flawless and sharp in detail, consider getting it professionally graded. You could be holding a hidden gem. The most exciting part? A rare and error-filled 1995p Washington quarter dollar in top condition has recently sold for as much as $20,000. That's right, what started as just a simple 25-cent piece is now a treasure worth $20,000. Third expensive coin. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the United States Washington quarter dollar coin from the year 1966. This coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of American legacy that collectors and coin enthusiasts across the globe are constantly searching for with passion and excitement. The 1966 Washington quarter comes from a crucial time in U.S. coinage. This year marks the transitional period after the U.S. Mint stopped using 90% silver in quarters. But even though these coins are technically clad and not silver, certain rare errors and striking varieties from this year have skyrocketed in value and popularity. Collectors know that among millions minted, a small number were produced with exceptional, rare flaws that turned them into hidden gems in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1966 quarter so incredibly valuable. One of the most desirable errors is the double die obverse, where elements of the design, such as Washington's profile, the word Liberty, or the date 1966, appear doubled under magnification. These doubling errors are a result of misalignment in the minting process and are very hard to find, making them prized by collectors who dream of discovering such a rarity in their change. Another exciting variety to look for is the full strike detail, where every feature, especially on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse, is sharply struck and crystal clear. These are extremely uncommon and considered elite quality coins. Collectors should also watch out for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or quarters that were accidentally struck on nickel or dime planchets. These errors not only make the coin stand out visually, but also prove how rare and special they are. These minting mistakes are often pulled out of circulation by experts and sold at premium auctions, and if you're lucky enough to have one, it could be your golden ticket to serious cash. There have been several auction listings and private sales where a perfectly preserved 1966 Washington quarter with a striking error and high-grade certification from PCGS or NGC sold for jaw-dropping amounts. These are coins that may seem ordinary at first glance, but under careful inspection, reveal rare traits that push their market value sky high. Remember, condition plays a huge role. Coins in mint state, with no wear, brilliant luster, and clearly defined strike are always in demand and fiercely competed for among collectors. So how can you tell if your 1966 Washington quarter is worth something amazing? Start by examining it closely under a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the text or image. Check if it seems off-center or if it feels thinner than usual. Also, check the weight. Standard clad quarters weigh around 5.67 grams. Any major difference might hint at a wrong planchet error. And if you believe you've found a potential treasure, getting it professionally graded is the best way to unlock its full value and open doors to serious buyers and high-end collectors. This iconic 1966 quarter isn't just another coin. It's a piece of hidden history waiting to be uncovered. The right error, the right condition, and a little luck can turn this modest quarter into a fortune. Believe it or not, a rare error coin from 1966 in pristine condition has been sold at a professional auction for as much as $100,000. Especially, have you ever looked closely at a 1973 Washington quarter dollar and wondered if it might be worth more than just 25 cents? What if I told you that some of these coins are turning heads in the numismatic world and could actually be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars to the right collector? Yes, the 1973 Washington quarter may look like a regular coin at first glance, but a few rare examples have become incredibly sought after due to their stunning mint errors and unique features that make them stand out in the eyes of serious coin hunters. Let's dive deep into this iconic American coin. The 1973 Washington quarter was minted during a time when silver had already been removed from circulating coins. That means this quarter was struck on a copper-nickel-clad planchet, making it appear quite common. But what sets certain 1973 quarters apart is a fascinating range of striking errors that happened during the minting process. These errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, die breaks, clipped planchets, and even transitional planchet strikes, where the coin was accidentally struck on a leftover silver or foreign planchet. These are not only rare, they're incredibly valuable. Now here's what collectors need to watch for. A double die obverse, DDO, on a 1973 quarter means you'll see doubling in the date or in the lettering such as Liberty or In God We Trust. That kind of doubling can sometimes only be seen under magnification, but it drastically increases the coin's value. Other coins from this year have been found with a clipped planchet, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a mishap during blank production. These dramatic errors are rare and highly attractive to serious collectors, and they can send your quarter's value soaring. Collectors are always hunting for a proof-like finish on regular circulation coins as well. Some 1973 quarters, due to highly polished dies or unique striking circumstances, can carry an incredible mirror-like shine, far above the usual quality of circulation coinage. If you spot one of these in your collection, you may be holding a treasure far more valuable than face value. The brilliance, combined with a rare error, makes these coins a jackpot for collectors and auctioneers alike. What's even more exciting is the market demand for these rare error coins. Recent auctions have proven that the 1973 Washington quarter is no longer just a pocket change throwaway. It's a collector's gem when it carries the right traits. One such quarter, with multiple minting errors and in pristine uncirculated condition, shocked the collecting world when it reached a mind-blowing $60,000, yes, $60,000 for a single coin. That's life-changing money from something most people ignore. So, if you have a 1973 quarter in your drawer, coin jar, or wallet, grab a magnifying glass and take a closer look. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure. And don't forget to check both sides of the coin for doubling, mint marks, off-center strikes, or anything unusual about the edges or surface. Every detail could be a clue to its rarity and value. Collectors across the country are actively searching for these rare coins, making them incredibly high in demand. If you're lucky enough to own one, you've got something truly special. These are the coins that get passed down through generations, stored carefully in protective cases, and talked about in the numismatic community for years to come. If you've ever come across a 1973 quarter with unusual characteristics, or if you're unsure about a coin in your collection, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us what you found or ask any questions about your coins. We're here to help and share the thrill of discovery with fellow collectors. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin lovers. You never know who might have a $60,000 quarter hiding in plain sight. Next coin. We're diving deep into one of the most underappreciated yet surprisingly valuable coins hiding in plain sight. the United States Washington quarter dollar from 1984, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, also marked by the letter P. If you're holding on to this coin or come across it in your pocket change, don't blink, because it might just be the jackpot you never expected. The 1984 P Washington quarter looks like your average everyday coin at first glance, but collectors and numismatists know better. This coin holds a fascinating place in the world of modern U.S. coinage, especially when it comes to certain errors and unique minting features that drive collectors wild with excitement. These special varieties, often missed by the untrained eye, have become the center of attention at recent coin shows and auctions, where bidders are willing to pay serious money for the right one. Let's talk about what makes this coin so sought after. First, there's the double die obverse, where details like Washington's eye, the word liberty, or the motto "In God We Trust" appear slightly doubled under magnification. These doubling errors occur during the minting process when the die impresses the design onto the planchet twice at a slight angle. These are not only stunning to see, but they're highly prized by collectors because of their rarity and visual appeal. If you find this error in your 1984 P quarter, you could be holding a small treasure in your hands. Another exciting error seen in some 1984 P Washington quarters is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned in the press, resulting in a striking that lands off to one side. The more off-center, while still showing the date, the more valuable the coin becomes. An off-center 1984 P quarter with strong detail and clear date can skyrocket in value, and collectors absolutely love them for their dramatic visual uniqueness. Also on the radar are clipped planchet errors, where a part of the coin looks like it's been bitten off. These errors are uncommon and immediately recognizable, making them excellent for collectors who want unusual examples in their collection. Combine that with the 1984 P mark, and it becomes even more appealing, as errors from this mint and year are not commonly encountered in large quantities. You might also stumble across a broad-struck 1984 P quarter, where the rim is missing and the coin appears stretched and warped. These minting anomalies are the result of the coin being struck outside of the collar, creating an unusual shape and flat edges. Collectors find these kinds of errors incredibly fascinating, and they regularly appear in online coin forums, where enthusiasts discuss their rarity and beauty. What makes this all the more exciting is the buzz in recent auctions and private sales where these error coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices. At a major auction, one well-preserved 1984 P Washington quarter featuring a clean, double die error was sold for a stunning $35,000. Yes, you heard that right. $35,000 in cold, hard cash. That's the kind of money that changes lives, all from a coin that could be sitting unnoticed in a drawer or coin jar near you right now. So if you're a coin collector, a treasure hunter, or simply someone who enjoys the thrill of discovery, take a moment to check your collection, and especially your change. The 1984 P Washington quarter might not look like a winner at first glance, but with the right features and errors, it could be the highlight of your collection and a true hidden gem that's climbing in value every single day. Now, we're diving deep into a truly exciting and increasingly valuable coin that's capturing the attention of serious collectors all across the United States, the 1990 Washington quarter dollar with the Philadelphia Mint mark, better known as the 1990 P quarter. This isn't just any pocket change. This coin could potentially be the key to unlocking thousands of dollars if you happen to have the right one sitting quietly in your collection. The Washington quarter has long been a favorite among collectors, but the 1990 piece stands out for some fascinating reasons. This coin features the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse, a powerful image sculpted by John Flanagan, and on the reverse, the bold eagle design that had defined the quarter's look for decades. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin may seem common at first glance, but rare errors and hidden variations have made some examples extremely valuable. Now here's where it gets really interesting. There are certain 1990 P quarters that were struck with mint errors that dramatically increase their worth. One of the most talked about errors is the off-center strike, where the design appears shifted, leaving part of the blank planchet visible. Another valuable variation is the double die error, where elements like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" show noticeable doubling under magnification. These errors not only catch the eye but ignite the excitement of seasoned numismatists because they're signs of rare minting anomalies that can multiply the coin's market value. Collectors should also be on the lookout for die cracks, clipped planchets, and even examples where the mint mark is faint or partially missing due to die wear. Each of these small but significant details can push the coin into an elite category of collectibles. If you're unsure whether your 1990p quarter has these special traits, try examining it with a loupe or taking it to a reputable coin dealer for appraisal. Many of these details are subtle, but they can make all the difference when it comes to rarity and price. In recent years, there have been some eye-catching auctions where rare 1990p quarter dollars fetched serious money. At major numismatic events and online auctions, pristine examples with dramatic mint errors have sold for impressive amounts, demonstrating just how much demand exists for high-quality and rare quarters from this era. Enthusiasts are constantly on the hunt for unique varieties that separate ordinary coins from true numismatic treasures. If you have a 1990p quarter sitting in your coin jar or tucked away in an old drawer, now is the time to take a closer look. What appears to be a simple coin could actually be a rare gem worth a fortune. Don't ignore the potential value lying right at your fingertips, because one rare and perfectly preserved example of the 1990 Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint has been known to reach a jaw-dropping price of $29,000. Last unique coin. We are diving deep into one of the most talked about and searched coins among collectors, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar coin from the United States. This iconic piece of American currency is not just another quarter, it's a legend in the coin collecting world, and if you're lucky enough to find the right one, it could be worth a life-changing amount. The 1965 Washington quarter holds a special place in U.S. coin history. This was the first year that quarters were no longer struck in 90% silver, as the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition due to rising silver prices. However, some rare examples were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964. These transitional era coins are incredibly rare and valuable, and collectors go wild for them whenever one appears on the market. What makes this coin so fascinating is the variety of rare errors and features that can send its value soaring. Imagine holding a quarter that looks ordinary at first glance, but is actually struck on a silver planchet. You can identify this error by weighing the coin. Silver quarters weigh approximately 6.25 grams, while clad ones weigh about 5.67 grams. If you find a 1965 quarter with the heavier weight, you might just be holding a silver error worth thousands. Now that's the kind of pocket change that makes headlines. Collectors also prize coins with double die errors, off-center strikes, and those with strong full drum lines on the reverse design. Some 1965 quarters exhibit a sharply doubled image on the lettering or profile of George Washington, making them stand out to the trained eye. These kinds of mint errors add rarity and character to the coin, increasing its desirability across collector circles and auction platforms. The more dramatic and clean the error, the higher the potential value. Recent auctions have shown the market's intense interest in these coins. One specimen of the 1965 Washington quarter struck on a silver planchet in pristine condition sold at auction for a jaw-dropping price. Collectors from around the world placed bids, battling for a chance to own this historical minting anomaly. These coins are not only extremely rare, they also carry historical significance, marking the pivotal transition in U.S. coinage from silver to clad metal. So, how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is a treasure? First, check the weight with a precise scale. Second, examine the edge of the coin. Silver coins have a solid, uniform edge color, while clad coins show a copper core sandwiched between two silver-colored layers. If your coin has a solid edge and a heavier weight, you may want to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. It could change your life forever. The demand for rare error quarters, especially from the mid-1960s, is at an all-time high. Collectors, dealers, and investors are all looking for the next big find, and the 1965 Washington quarter is one of the most sought-after coins in circulation today. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, this is a coin you need to check your collection for immediately. One verified 1965 Washington quarter struck on a silver planchet in gem condition recently sold for an incredible $200,000. Yes, you heard that right, 200,000 US dollars for a single 25-cent coin. That's why this coin deserves your full attention and a permanent place on your must-watch list. If you've ever come across a 1965 Washington quarter that feels heavier, looks brighter, or just seems different, don't ignore it. Take a closer look, and you might just be holding one of the rarest modern quarters in US history. If you found something similar or have questions about your coin collection, drop a comment below. We love hearing from fellow collectors and treasure hunters like you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a valuable coin tip from Rare Coin Shop.